Yeah, tons of thank yous as we get going here with the selection committee giving us the opportunity to host, our fans, all our support, teammates, community. We've got a lot of support to get to this point, so it's a lot of it's about these 19 players, but the Marquette community has been incredibly helpful in getting us here. As far as the match goes, just really, really proud of our group. That first set, to start down 6-2, and really in the timeout just talk about like let's just attack deep, let's stay aggressive, and then they just completely turned a corner and just played great volleyball. A little hiccup early in the third, but other than that was some of the best volleyball we've played. So it was fun to watch these guys play that one.
Let's take it, Coach. Okay, we'll go with questions for the student athletes, please.
Yadi, when you got here, when was it, last spring?
January.
When did you know that this team was special and it could be like one of the best teams in program history?
When I came to visit, I felt really good. Like, people here are awesome, and I felt I could become this place my home. And I mean, I didn't know them that much on the court, but I just knew, like, okay, I'm gonna come here and like we're gonna make the difference, and like wherever I go, I always give my best, and like these guys are awesome, like they're great players, and I'm happy that I took the decision to come here.
You guys started down in that first half, but then came all the way back. What was it just like to come back from that early deficit?
It was awesome. I thought we persevered so well, and we didn't let those 2-6 beginning we didn't let it hold. We didn't have it hold against us.
Didn't get to us.
Yes, there we go. And we just kept going.
And then you guys started that second set up 3-0. Did you guys kind of take the momentum from the end of the first to the second?
Definitely, yeah. We really try to keep our momentum going. I feel like you could describe us as kind of a neutral team. We don't have a lot of highs and lows, and I think that is what makes us great, because we don't have to worry about our emotions, so that we can just keep level. And so the emotion coming out of the first set really helped us start strong in the second and the third.
Aubrey, I think when people watch you and Hattie, the people are impressed with your hitting power. Have you always been that way, or where does that come from?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't really want to answer, but yes.
Just natural. Good genetics.
What about you, Hattie? What is your power?
We always make the joke, because I grew up on a farm, that it's my farm strength. But I don't know, probably always been like that.
I grew up on a farm too, and it's not there.
Yadi, what about your passing ability? I mean, when you start playing volleyball in Peru, was that like the skill set that you gravitated toward?
I mean, I feel the national team I gained a lot of experience because of that. Like, just playing with different countries helped me a lot to grow and like gain experience, and like I brought that here, and like I'm still like getting more experience here. Like Georgia Tech they have awesome players, and like, so yeah.
What do you like about passing to these two guys?
Oh, I love to set them. I feel pretty much confident about them. Like, I know, like, every time I set them, they're gonna bring the point, and yeah. And Hattie always have a smile.
There was a bunch of challenges today. What did you guys, and then long breaks with those challenges, what did you guys do to stay energized? I think you guys were dancing to YMCA. What was it just like to stay, and then what did it do to win the challenges as well?
I think we ended every huddle after that with, no matter what happens, let's bring the energy to the next point, whether we win or lose. I think that was a big help. And then also, like you said, dancing and like trying to keep the energy while we're just standing there, because they were long. I feel like we were standing there for like 5 minutes sometimes. So just keeping our energy and momentum while we're waiting and taking breaks. Yeah.
For all of you, just what it's like to have tonight's game and defend the home court and be undefeated at home for the entire season.
That feels amazing.
Oh,
I don't know
so
about
cool.
you guys.
I kind of forget that we did that. I don't know. It's really cool. It's kind of like you kind of like sit back and like realize what happened and like history that we've made. So and this program, everyone's young. I don't think any of us have ever experienced this besides Hannah and Noose, who are our two seniors. So having transfers and a really young team, this is something we'll take for the rest of our 3 years we have here.
And Aubrey, you're from the area. What was it like getting this clinching victory, going to the Sweet 16 in front of, friends and family
Yeah.
that can come to the game?
It was so fun, and like now being able to have like 30 people there cheering me on, and knowing that they're on my side. So I don't know, I love it.
Carly had 10 digs tonight. Now she's over 500 on the season. What can you just say about how she's played all season and tonight's one?
She's been awesome all season. Like, I mean, thanks to her and like, I mean, the outsides too, like, to their pass, like, I'm able to set all the hitters and like, but they've been doing a great job. And Carly, she's just amazing. Yeah, she's a great libero.
I can't add any more besides she's amazing. She's such a good player and always has the best heart behind everything. She was the one that was always saying, like, no matter what happens, next point, like, we need to put all our effort in. She has the best pep talks coming out of the timeout, so, yeah.
Aubrey, you had 17 kills tonight. What was just working so well? Because that's a lot for a 3-set match.
Definitely the digs and the serve receives and the sets that I got from Yadi.
I always remember to set you high.
What is it like just for all three of you to know that you're part of a team that made it to the Sweet 16 for the second time in Marquette's history?
Speechless. And it's kind of fun too because almost all of us have 3 more years left. So like our team's gonna stay together for 3 more years, and we can see what we can do in the next 3 years.
I think one thing for me is when we walk into the Al, you see all those banners on the wall, and it's like basketball and like the Al and like all this cool stuff. Like we got our little section in the corner, so it's really cool that we're adding to that, and we get to make our section bigger and show what this program's all about.
Hattie, I think you guys had 7 newcomers, right? Like 5 freshmen and 2 transfers.
Yes.
Why do you think the chemistry was so good and came together so quickly with this team?
I feel like, I don't know, I mean, Yadi's probably got a better answer, but I think just like the family atmosphere we have. Even when I came in here, everyone was just so welcoming. I came in with probably over half of our team being 20, and I was a little 18-year-old, and so like the average age I think was 22. But I think just having a welcoming atmosphere really helps, and I think the freshmen would say the same because it's just like you come in, you know that like this is a big program and you're kind of scared and nervous, but if you have like friends and people that are willing to just spend time with you and get to know you, it can make a big difference on and off the court.
Well, what do you think Yadi is one of the newcomers?
No, I feel like, I mean, everyone has a good character, and I feel like that makes the team awesome, We have such a good chemistry that I don't know how to describe it. Like, it just feels great playing with them. Like, we enjoy it, And that's the most important, like, enjoying playing volleyball, I guess.
I'd have to add that like off the court, like we always like do stuff together, whereas if it's like going to a basketball game or going over to someone's apartment and having like breakfast or something, so like that also helps.
Any further questions for the student athletes? All right, very good, ladies. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job, guys.
I know.
Coach, question for Coach, please.
I'll ask you the same thing. Why do you think this team like coalesced so quickly and so well together with all the new pieces coming together?
I actually attribute that back to, I think it was year 3 since I've been here, which was we had, I think it was 7 seniors graduate and 2 transfers out. And 3 kids came into my office, Madeline Mosier, Allie Barber, and Lauren Speckman, and said they wanted to do it the right way, and they believed in everything we talked about as a program and all the things that I wanted. And they said they were gonna work to fix our culture. And we had, I think, 6 returners that spring semester, and I think 2 kids transferred in, and those 3 brought them in and told them how we wanted it to be. And then another couple kids showed up for summer, and they told them how it was going to be, and another couple players showed up right when season started. And those 3 really set the tone for, I think, the next 6 years that we've been able to do. And it's, the seniors meet the freshmen the first day and help them move in their dorm, and what do they need? And what do you need from us to be successful? And how can we welcome them and make them feel at home? From going to a Peruvian restaurant with Yadi, to trying to plan a foreign tour to get Nastia close to her family, to all the stuff these guys do off the court to just really appreciate each other. I think I don't want to get a stat wrong, but I think we're one transfer out in the last 5 years, and there's two teams in the country in the top 50 that can say that. And I'm probably more proud of that than almost anything. I think it just speaks for the culture of this group.
What did you think about how your team responded to going down 2-6 early in that first set?
Yeah, it was a bit jarring, and I just loved the response. I mean, I think when we got to 8-7 or something, we were right back in it, and that never happened. And so credit to Georgia Tech for coming out hot, but I think our players, you don't get a lot of time on that second opponent, so when they come out completely creeped into the court defensively and they're going to smother anything in the middle, it takes hitters a couple of swings to get to that. We actually saw that in game one against Xavier as well on senior day. It's your comfort zone is the middle of the court, and Georgia Tech wasn't going to let you have it. And I thought our players did a great job of figuring that out and executing differently.
Did you take that momentum? I think you ended the set on a 3-0 run, right back into the second set on another 3-0 run.
Yeah, and just playing really well. I mean, I think there's just a whole lot of players playing with confidence, and so yeah, momentum is a good pass or a good swing away.
You coached a lot of heavy hitters in your years. Where does Hattie and Aubrey stack up there?
They're up there. I mean, that's a lot of heat. Yeah, I mean, it'd be hard to think of multiple people that hit it harder than them. I tell you who hits it really hard, though, that just isn't getting a lot of time as a freshman is Natalie Ring. She might hit harder than both of them. And so some days at practice, I'm getting out of the way on the sidelines. But, yeah, that's some of the best arm velocity and arm talent we've had, certainly in the last few years.
I think it's the first time in program history undefeated season at home. What's that just mean to you? With that last one going to be a game that sends the program back to the Sweet 16?
It means a lot in front of our home crowds. I know there's been some matches, in my 9 years that you get a great crowd and you're so excited about it. And if you don't get that win, it's just not as fulfilling. And so to night in and night out, have bigger crowds come in and more people showing up with the success. Nate the Great, our marketing guy, getting more and more people in the building. I love that our fans that come get to leave with a winner, and so we have never done that in my 9 years. I don't know if they had before that, but it was really impressive to see.
It seemed like you guys really flustered down from the service line. 7 aces today. What was working so well for you guys from that?
I just thought everybody was serving with confidence, and that's probably a home thing. But yeah, I was waiting, mentally. Okay, we're gonna miss one of these. Right, and how are we going to bounce back? And we're going to keep signing out, and then it was just another dart and another bullet just over and over again. So just credit to our servers. Walt works those guys a lot. He calls a great game over there. He's working with them at practice. He's the serving guy, and so a lot of credit for that goes to him.
When you were recruiting Yadi at a junior college, I'm assuming you watched her on video first. Was her passing ability? Was that what jumped out?
Yeah, so Megan saw her. We were supposed to get 2 setters in 2021, and one had a chronic injury and decided not to come and play college sports. And so we needed another setter. And in that timing and that situation, it made some sense to go the junior college route and take a look and see what was out there. And Megan saw her and said, I think she's pretty good. I think there's something there. And if you know Megan, she is very, very picky about settings. So the fact that Megan thought, yes, maybe, for me was hands down, she's got to be pretty good.
When you met her, did you see that personality that could come through and be like a...
Yeah, she showed up in oh man, I'm going to get it wrong, but like a Scooby-Doo t-shirt and a backpack for her official visit, just strapped over her shoulder. And I was just impressed with the low maintenance of that and fell in love immediately. I'm not even kidding. It was just like a white T-shirt, silly one, and a backpack. And I just went, I love this kid.
What do you have to say about Carly getting 300 or 500 dates on the season?
Yeah, she had a great year. it's been fun to watch. Her development since getting here has been terrific, and I've talked to her about that. You know, have you seen it? Have you felt it? And absolutely, without a doubt. And she didn't feel she played well on Thursday night, and said, "Hey, maybe the bright side is Georgia Tech's going to hit a bunch of balls at me, so I can play good tomorrow." And I said, "That's a great way to look at it."
What did you think of just how Aubrey played today? 17 kills and.
She's been pretty good for a couple weeks now, so we'll hope to keep riding that arm as long as it'll go.
Julia Bergman was one of Georgia Tech's more dynamic players. She's averaging over 5 kills a set. I think she ended the night just under that. What was just your game plan going into someone with that size and that kind of arm?
Yeah, we believed that she would get her kills, and we actually chose to focus more in on other things. Certainly, we're sending blockers that way, knowing that the ball is going. But there's when a player's that good and has that kind of range, you could try 5 different defenses and she's still going to kill 5 a game. So we just tried to keep the game plan with her very, very simple, make sure we had 2 blockers on her whenever possible, and hopefully take care of everybody else.